Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for being a subscriber and a supporter of this channel. This content we do because of you. I want to start this analysis by a very simple task that I want to give you. Can you look at the Kenya Kwanza rallies that are attended by Rigathi Gachagua and Nakuru Senator Gachagua-Kihika, they realize that the two are attending and Deputy President is not convening. What I'm simply asking are rallies that maybe are coordinated by Central Kenya MPs or any other wing that is not mainstream, but Rigathi Gachagua and Gachagua-Kihika are attending. Let me explain for you. There are sharp divisions between Kihika and Rigathi Gachagua. And in this analysis, I will take you step by step, and I think just take time and relax. We see how this is playing out. Because according to what is happening, Rigathi Gachagua have actually been crushed out of William Ruto's inner cabinet. I like looking at this section of the corridors of power, saying, a former ally of Deputy President William Ruto's from Mount Kenya is a worried man. Reason? His hopes for a possible running mate slot in the Hustler Nation camp have diminished. The lightly ignored Politico has now retreated to focus on local politics. Amid reports he is eyeing a parliamentary seat. The move has sparked a vicious political fight with the incumbent. There are reports that efforts by the politician to endear himself back to the Tanga camp have been thwarted by the DP's closest allies from that region. The politician is now walking a political tightrope as 2022 polls beckon. So, this is what is happening. One of the closest allies that was very close to Deputy President was Rigathi Gachagua. And if there is someone who was really hoping to be a running mate, that was Rigathi Gachagua. But I think the misery that most political commentators struggle to get or to crunch is whether it was a coincidence that he crashed out of that running mate race when the presidential candidate was out of the country. When DP Ruto made the 10-day tour out of this country, and he was away in US and UK, Rigathi Gachagua tried to float in the debate that the running mate was to come from Central Kenya in a live interview at Citizen TV. And after that, there was a debacle with the ANC. What followed, before that week ended, Rigathi Gachagua said that he was going to defend his Madeira parliamentary seat. So I tend to think that there was a fallout. Maybe I've always thought that he was not part of the team that flew with Ruto because of the corruption charges he was facing. But I also understand that even by the time Waiguru was flying with Ruto, Waiguru was also facing some cases at EACC. But of course, there is a difference because Waiguru is a governor. So that was the first. So they dropped a hint that, of course, that was not going on. Now, yet when Ruto came back, they were all being seen. He tried to come back around Deputy President, and he was attending all those rallies and doing what he was to do, which was to demonize Raila. But there are also something that happened hapa katikati. Or let me just take you back to when Ruto was away. When he received Alfred Keter back to UDA, if you remember, when Ruto was away, he received Alfred Keter. I think I should get that photo for you. Yes. That move did not sit well with the UDA members from Rift Valley because, if you remember, they never welcomed that gentleman there. They never welcomed. And during the Eldoret rally that Nani was talking about Madoadoa, he was referring to the Alfred Keter team. But that did not take a very good, and that is a bit insignificant. Now, when they went to the last rally they had in Murang'a, Rigathi Gachagua mentioned that Ndindi Nyoro should be the running mate. So, by all indications, he had seen that maybe his hopes were not there. And that's why he had stepped down. But then, I want us to look at the latest, just the last 2 weeks. I want us to look at how the fallout between Kihika and Rigathi Gachagua is playing out. In the long run, you will see the hand of Deputy President in what I can term as a crushing of Rigathi Gachagua. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel. I like saying kindly because it's humility. And also click the notification bell. When we publish videos, you will actually be receiving notifications. And also importantly, talk to us in the comment section. And our question is this: who can be the best male running mate of William Ruto from Central Kenya? And I mentioned male. Okay, let's face it. The last weekend, you'll realize that there was that split, and the weekend before this weekend, that I think the 27th one, Davadi was in Western, Ruto was in the coast, the team, and the Central Kenya were this side. Now, Rigathi Gachagua held a rally in Kirinyaga. I think it was on Saturday. Rigathi, Anne Waiguru, I think Ndindi Nyoro was there, and Jaguar. Now, that was the team that was there. Then the rest of all that team were with William Ruto. So he did not go with William Ruto. So what has been happening, he's been trying to do his own campaigns, maybe to, according to me, is to test the muscle. And it didn't go well because they were heckled. I think there is the photo of that rally. Then the next day, he went to Tharaka-Nithi with Ndindi Nyoro. That was another rally. He was alone. And all these rallies, Kihika was not attending. He was actually with the other team. So, and that's when he talked about the Ida heckling. Remember, that is the week that the Ida heckling had happened in Meru. So, mentioning that, that church had a candidate, if you remember that. Now, let's come forward to this weekend, this last weekend. There was a graduation ceremony in Nakuru that was convened and was sponsored by Kimani Ngunjiri. Rigathi Gachagua was the chief guest. And they were there with the Sankok, the Sankok, the guy in the green suit. Susan Kihika was missing in that. And Susan Kihika is a governor candidate in Kirinyaga, in Nakuru. But then in that, I followed that event, and something that came out was, I had analyzed here about Kimani Ngunjiri and Kihika Fallout. So Kimani Ngunjiri, even despite the fact that Rigathi was there, he was so specific on the why he is in fallout with political leaders from that region. And that was specifically mentioning Kihika. The next day, Rigathi Gachagua and Kimani Ngunjiri were in Kajiado. When the two of them were meeting Kikuyu leaders that are staying in Kamia, some Kikuyu elders staying in, I think, Kajiado, somewhere in Loitoktok, where they were saying that they are climbing two mountains. They are climbing Mount Kenya and Mount Kilimanjaro. So they went, the two of them. By that time, that is the same day, I think it was on Saturday, that Kihika also marshaled another team and campaigned in Nakuru. They dodged. That did not happen. The following day, there was a rally, I think that was yesterday, there was a rally in Olkalau that Kihika was supposed to attend, because I had seen the poster, and I think I should get that poster for you. Yes, if you see this poster, Kihika was supposed to attend. She did not attend it. So you'll see that there is a fallout. What is bringing that fallout is because there is a team that support Kihika. Especially, I think the Murkomen, the Chergei, the Rift Valley team are supporting Kihika. But Kihika is in fallout with Ngunjiri, and Ngunjiri is very cozy with Rigathi Gachagua. So that fallout has already brought a bit of a division around that team. And what is happening is DP Ruto is really behind Susan Kihika. If you listen to that video, I think it's this video here. Kimani was saying that he has tried to meet DP Ruto many times, but to solve the problems, but there is no solution. So if you look at things, he has been trying to campaign alone. And even when the team were in Lamu, remember when they were giving that press conference after the BBI, he was not there. Rigathi Gachagua was not there. Yesterday, that was on 4th April, when they were giving the statement on the fuel at Karen, he was not there and he was not in a rally. The matters of nomination, things are not. And I can tell you that things are becoming worse for him because there is the Jubilee candidate in Madeira, that elderly woman is not a joke. I think she's giving him a run for his money. But so let me say, what do you think? That is what makes me feel and point out to him that the people around Deputy President are sidelining him. Now, I want us to look at what is really the scenarios that might be playing out and would make him be sidelined or crushed out of that inner circle. Trust ties with Uhuru. Rigathi Gachagua have worked with Uhuru for long. In 2002, he kept on mentioning. So I think William Ruto did not trust him. Feels like he is the kind of a person that can be approached because Uhuru was once his boss. And so he's not the kind of a person that you really want to bring close to. But then look at number 2. This is something that I think is very keen to William Ruto. Rigathi Gachagua had come out as one of the most formidable candidates and a running mate, and with that financial muscle, because he's not a lightweight, he's a heavyweight. He can have presidential ambitions, and if he's to be groomed to be William Ruto's running mate, Ruto maybe have realized that Rigathi might ask to be supported in 2027, even in the event whether they win or they lose. Rigathi is the kind of person that he can vie, and he has the finances, he has the power to even stage a presidential campaign. So because of the politics coming ahead, DP Ruto might have felt that, look here, this is not the kind of a person that I should actually give that running mate. So that is why Ruto might have felt like this is the guy that I cannot do it. And I've always mentioned that it's a long term. And of course, I'll do a video about why William Ruto is taking charge of the nominations, because there is something tying to that. 3 is the disunity in the team. If you look at that disunity, there is a team, and this team of the Central Kenya team, I think they want Mudavadi. Take it to bank. You can borrow a loan. There is a camp, the Rift Valley camp wants Mudavadi. They don't trust the Gamer team. And that is one thing that might be playing. And because even the Gamer team are not united, they cannot agree to be given to who. And that is something that is working against them. Lastly, I think the presence of Moses Kuria and Kabogo. Moses Kuria is very dramatic and he's very unpredictable. He might have told William Ruto that, I want to support you, and the least that I want to hear is Rigathi Gachagua as a running mate. Because Moses Kuria left UDA because of Rigathi Gachagua and Ndindi Nyoro and Kimani Ngunjiri, because they told him to follow that party if he was to join UDA. So he has already known that maybe the long shot, and of course the politics of succession in Central Kenya is playing out here, and that is why there will be that backstabbing between them, even Kabogo, Kuria, and the team. They've always felt like, okay, there is no way Rigathi will be a running mate in a place where he's above Kabogo. And Moses Kuria wouldn't want that. Remember when Moses Kuria cancelled a Citizen TV interview simply because he was saying he's a party leader. So when party leaders are being interviewed, he should be called. You remember that? So things are really playing out. But ladies, my own meter points to Rigathi as the person that William Ruto is not sitting pretty and comfortable with and will be out destroying. Now, what do you think? Let me give you my one-stop solution now in Nairobi and its environment. Are you staying around Nairobi, Kiambu? And by the way, my Kiambu people, Kiambu, Kajiado, Machakos, and these areas, and you are experiencing blackouts, I have a solution for you. Check out the Instalight. Instalight are power backup company, and they have amazing offers there that you can check out, all starting from 195,000 to the way 125, depending on what you want, be it light, TV, Wi-Fi, water pump, the fridge, and all that. You are going to get something that really suits you. Now, so check out the poster here, and that is it. Please, you can also talk to them at 0722 818-883. That would be an amazing, and please tell them that you've been sent by Kevin. Who knows? They might really give you some very good discounts there. Asante sana. Let's meet in the next analysis.